All right. Are we live? Did I do the microphone things? Does it sound okay? I've been still struggling with that. Like, I can make it sound real great when I'm on a practice live, but as soon as I do a real one, the microphone goes, nah. Happy Wednesday, everybody, and welcome. It's so good to see everybody. I hope you can hear me. My voice is a little coarse. I was up late editing, but hopefully you can hear me. We got Chubby Hubby first. We've got the LavaBison and Romania. Welcome. We've got that Opal guy. Welcome. And Stylo. It is indeed hump day, and welcome. Rufo's here. He's working while he's lurking. It's good to see you guys. Happy Wednesday, everybody. It's a 5x5, says Rufo, but like for real or like a 4.5x5? Like, I was real specific to do the things, like try the things, document the things that I tried when it sounded good, and the things that I tried when it didn't, and be sure to do the things before I said a word. So hopefully it is actually 5x5. Okay, enough though about that. If it isn't, we'll just turn it around anyway and figure it out. But I've been crazy busy. It's actually 5x5. Yes. I hope so. I'm like, I love that you're telling me that, but I'm still like cautiously optimistic. Like, yeah. Brenda, hi there. Welcome. Happy Wednesday, everybody. So I've been really busy doing just a crazy amount of rock stuff. Or what are we talking about? The death flower? I just totally got derailed by that comment. Awesome. Welcome, kid. Good to see you. So I've been very busy. I cleaned the big rock saw. It's always bad, but gosh dang, it's bad in there, you know? Which is good because that means we cut a lot of rocks. There were a couple of mystery finds down in the bottom, lurking down in the bottom. One pretty good sized slab and just a couple little chunkers, little pieces that got nicked off. So there's still kind of a mess over there where I've been cleaning the rock saw, like filtering some oil, and you know how it goes. You know that mess. You know what it looks like. But the rock saw inside looking sharp. So that and Lava and I finished cutting the rest of the bone that I think is good candidates for cutting. We set aside only, it wasn't a lot. I think it was only like 4 or 5. Oh, and there's two more that are stabilized that we didn't cut yet. That we cut once and said, no more cutting on those until they go through the cactus juice. I like to cut the bone first and then stabilize it when possible, because it gets a better saturation, or at least I think it does. Gets a better saturation with the cactus juice when it's cut into the slices rather than the whole piece. But there are times when you need to just put the whole piece in and then cut it. Otherwise, you're going to lose the whole thing. So, okay, right on, Rufo. So there we cut some more bones, some more dino bone. The little rock saw looks like that. You know how that looks. I'm just gonna say that all day today. You know how that looks. It's the stink sludge, the dino bone stank sludge. But that's great, And so we were able to cut several more bones one night, and I was able to get them dry while I went to the mountains and got a load of firewood, and then come back and put them in the cactus juice, and then go to the mountains to get another load of firewood, and then come home. And they are soaking in the cactus juice right now. The steps of the instructions of that are to, dry them, thoroughly dry them, and remove any cutting oil, which we didn't use cutting oil on them, but still get them dry, get them oil free. Then vac them in the cactus juice, and then soak them in the cactus juice at least as long as, if not twice as long as you pulled them under vacuum, which is like 24 hours and then like 48 hours. And then take them out of the cactus juice and bake them again, and then they're stable. So at this moment in time, I have some that are soaking in the cactus juice and another batch that's I should probably start baking this afternoon. So lots of Dino Bone. I can't remember exactly how much Lava got, pounds. So I have some. And what else do I know? Oh, cutting and polishing meteorites, and nerding out on that with the crew on Wednesday. So I cut that meteorite. I didn't get it on camera because I was hanging out in my meeting when I cut it. So, but I cut it. I got it right after on camera, and right after I cut it, I raised my little electronic hand in the Zoom meeting and showed it to the crew and was like, "What is this? Like, where are the chondrules?" I actually just read that today, Roger, to boil them to get the oil out, but we bake it, and you can smell the oil baking out of it. It stinks. It's gross, but I've never heard before today to boil them to get the oil out of them. So that's interesting thing I'll have to look into some more. Yeah, so the weird meteorite that I cut, I was a little bit bent, I'm not gonna lie. I was like, where's my chondrules? Show me the chondrules. Where are the chondrules? And Chris Monk made a really good guess that it might be a diagonite. And he's not just shooting in the dark or just taking a guess. That's actually a really good educated guess, right? And he said, not only did he say, I think it looks like diagonite or whatever, he said, I think it looks like diagonite that I've cut and polished. And so, the guys, spent some time with some diagonites that look very similar to this meteorite that I was showing on camera. It's always hard to translate from camera to what's in hand. Oh, a little too, but I polished those pieces up, and some of them are over here right now and available, priced and ready. Where's my price list? I say that, but we're okay. And anyway, after I polished it up, we looked at it again. All right, Roger. All right. I like where you're going with that. I see that. And like I say, I'm going to dig into that. I'm going to dig into that a little bit. Thank you for sharing that with us, Roger. That's a good tip. And anybody who's just listening like a podcast or whatever at the moment, Roger's saying he doesn't completely trust just simple heating to get all of the oil out of his rocks. So he's doing a boiling process on them for stabilizing as well. So, and then Lava's asking follow-up questions. What kind of temperatures and things like that. And then he's tattling on himself that he turned the green opal black. And then he's asking for Roger's wisdom. What about chrysocolla or turquoise or something, huh? I polished the meteorite. We looked at it under the cross-polarized light like we did in the video, the crew and I did. And I was asking, is that a chondrule there? Or what is that? Is that a chondrule? Because like when you turn the polarizer, you can kind of see some chondrules. And it was like, yes, I think that is chondrules. And so therefore, probably, and then Stephen Amaro was one of the first ones that looked at my rock and was like, I see where Chris is going with the diagonite thing there, but it also really reminds me of some H chondrites that I have. So, it's good to have the crew. I would have spazzed out if I would have cut that and not had anybody to help me. Help me look at it, with many different eyes, with many different, amounts of wisdom. That was a great thing. So, I have lovingly and affectionately called that the diagonite-like meteorite. I hope that you guys don't mind. Oh, kids being funny. Roger's saying, boil, then heat to dry. Yep, you got to get it dry for the cactus juice. And then Kid Curry is saying, boil or poach or sous vide. Hi, Lee, welcome. Good to see you. Roger, did I actually say hello to you, or was I just like, here's Roger with all this, like, listen up, guys. Like, I've seen what Roger does. He's a hell of a lapidariist, if that's the way to say that correctly. I don't nothing makes sense when you cut a meteorite and you don't see your chondrils. So like I say, just a chill, real laid back kind of thing today. I'll show you guys a few of these meteorites and a few of these dino bones, and we'll do the number between, hi Jennifer, glad that you could join us. We'll do the straight to the cactus juice because it is so porous. Okay. Very good. Like I'm telling you guys, Roger's a wealth of information. I hope to get over to see him soon. I really do. And I keep saying, like, I'd just go set up at the coffee shop, or my mom's neighbor owns the lot just across the street from the East End Town Pump. Like, that'd be a great place to go set up a sale table. And while I was in town, I could go visit Roger, and I could set up in the park. They have sales in the park and stuff like that. But like, seriously, every single day that I've been available to go do something like that, either the wind is blowing 60, 70, 80 miles an hour, or it's like dumping 4 inches of rain in the weekend. So, I've still got my fingers crossed that it'll lighten up. It won't, knock on wood, do this all summer. So, but yeah, Roger's a wealth of information. Soak it up, just like a piece of turquoise in some cactus juice. Well, Roger, I mean, you're welcome anytime if you happen to just be out driving around and in the neighborhood. If I'm not answering my phone or something, just ask at the grocery store where I live. They'll probably tell you. They give you directions. I shouldn't say that out loud. Somebody will show up and fucking get me. All right. Let's look at some rocks. So here's the thing also that has happened. My buddy Travis from the Meteorite crew is attending a gem and mineral shale, a rock sale, a rock and gem show in Nebraska, I think. I have the information. I have a flyer that advertises for that, and so I will share that on my posts. Viewers who are out there who are near that sale, I would suggest you stop in and meet my buddy Travis and see what he has on his table. So, Travis reached out to me and said, "Hey, I know it's really short notice, but I just got word that I have a table at this sale, and I would love to represent the crew, the Meteorite community. It was noisy last night, wasn't it? There was some thunder. It's always so hard for me to focus on my editing and stuff when the weather's putting on a show for me. I'm like, oh, it doesn't happen every day. I gotta go enjoy the show. Editing can wait. um, anyway, my buddy Travis. So he's like, I'd like to put some stuff out there, you know, PrairieGirlRocks. Some Anthony's been doing some paintings and some art and jewelry stuff. You know, Marissa's thin section photography, like whatever he could put together that would represent the meteorite community. Rick Rock, hi. And so I sent him a package of some cut and polished meteorites and some stuff, just some stuff. Okay, so what I have left in my possession is what we'll look at today, because I did send a lot of this to Travis. So it was funny because he was reaching out to me and like, I would love to have some stuff and put on the table. And I'm like, let me make sure I understand the goal so that I can understand if I am or am not able to be helpful in this situation. I was like, the goal is to get you some affordable but interesting pieces that can get people interested and excited about meteorites. And he was like, yes. And I was like, all right, I can help. So, yeah, let's look at some of this stuff. Let me get my prices right. The space peanut. Yep, we'll start with the space peanut. I have another space peanut, one that's listed on my shop, and this is not that one. So I just want you guys to know. I just love calling these little nuggets of space peanut. There's no rhyme or reason to it other than it's a spice peanut. All right. Is white the way to go? I bet it is. And it's just a little wet. Sorry. I also want to, while Rick is here, show him something really quick. So, Rick Rock, when you get your meteorite, it's not such a big deal with ordinary chondrites because there's not a lot of metal in them to begin with. I must have tapped my mouse. Hopefully I don't kick anybody out on accident. But when you get into your irons and pallasites and stuff, there's these kind of display cases, these membrane cases, and these are actually not very good for meteorites because if there's any moisture or your meteorite sweats because of temperature changes or anything like that, it's trapped in there in that membrane. And so these basically, in less words, promote rusting if it's going to be rusting. These are not a good way to not stop it. Okay, holy cow, the words. There are cases like these with the little cotton in the back of them. These are a better way, or the plastic cases. Let me see if I can find one really quick. Or these cases, the plastic gem cases. And if you can get just a little bit of desiccant and put it just behind the cotton or the felt in your case, that's a great way to display it. And also, cool hint, if your specimen wants to slide down and you'd like it to stay in the middle, you can glue a magnet behind that as well, and then your meteorite will stick to the magnet and stay center in your display case. So that's the best way to keep that, is in a hard case with some felt or something behind it. These are great for temporary, just like packaging, moving them from one place to another, or display of chondrites. They're okay. You know, rock displays, great. Yep. But iron meteorites and pallasites and stuff, probably not your best option, especially long term. Okay, moving on. I've been doing all that. There's nothing wrong with that, Addie. It's a great way to learn. All right. So the first half of the space, a peanut, is 17.62 grams. Good. Good, Rick Rock. Trying to get you guys the best view. There we go. I love the way the metal plays around the outside of the chondrules and stuff in this piece. It's not the shiniest metal because it is really, like, weathered. Super weathered. But it's a really cool effect. And again, like, you can see the little chondrule in there right there, but under the cross polarizers, you guys could see all that chondrule city and all the different colors and everything happening. But yeah, outside of this piece, great little piece. Inside, great little piece. 17.62 grams for $35. Cut and polished in-house. I'm going to do the number thing, so that way if it's not a who's the fastest on the claim. If you're interested, if you'd like to have that piece for $35, the other one is $33, and we're going to look at that one next. But just so you know the prices on those two pieces, and then we'll move along to another meteorite. But let's just do, if you're interested in that, if you'd like to have a shot at that, a number between 1 and 50. And if nobody's interested, that's okay. We will move right along. Josh, welcome. Roger's in. Thanks, Rick. Yeah, it's not much, you know. It's not for show or for, you know, but it's what I need mostly. I mean, there's a couple little wishes and wants and things here and there, but it's what I need to educate myself and others, and I love that. You know, I love that we can use these to learn, and not some of them are I have just because they're pretty. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, get back to work, Lava. But some of them I have because they're great learning tools, teaching tools, or because they're, you know, an example of this. So when I make a video about fusion crust, this piece is a great piece to have. Or if I'm making a video about what are contraction cracks, I have an example of that. Or if am making a video about, you know, chondrules versus clasts, I'd like to have examples of that. Sorry, the light is horrible on my screen over there. As long as I hold this piece, it's great. I'm gonna go ahead and do like a countdown here. 3, 2, 1. If anybody else is not interested, I'm gonna bag and tag this up for Roger. Congratulations, Roger. That's a fun little piece. I love the way that the light reflects off of that metal in there. Gosh, I just can't get gone the frog in my throat today. I apologize. Must be my allergies. Where's Lava? Must be my allergies. He's been telling me that all year. Give me just a second to make a note here who that is. And we're going to start looking at 16.53 gram This is the other side of the meteorite we just looked at. So this could be the sister slice to this piece that Roger just got. Pardon. Apparently I need to drink some coffee. And this one I have priced at $33. And we're going to do the same thing. If you want a shot at this one for $33, go ahead and put a number between 1 and 50 in the chat. I should give you guys some starts and stops so that you know if you're behind or on time. We started already. If you want in, you can get in. If not, it's okay. We will list it. 1 and 50. That's okay. We'll take it to a physical sale in the park or at the coffee shop, or we'll list it on the store, or we'll send it to Travis when he needs a piece to sell. It's okay. So, like I say, how do you tell if it fusion crust from desert varnish? That is a little tricky sometimes, Roger. The best way that I can tell is that if it's desert varnish, the cross-polarized light can see through it. If it's Romania is in. If it's fusion crust, the cross-polarized light cannot see through it. But sometimes it's really obvious. Sometimes like, dang, that's fusion crust. And sometimes it's like, ooh, sometimes you can tell like, oh, that meteorite probably sat in the ground exactly like this because there's remnant fusion crust on this side and the other side's completely desert varnished. So, but sometimes it can be tricky. Is that remnant fusion crust or is that desert varnish? I believe that this piece is desert varnished. I don't believe there's any fusion crust on it. And it's very weathered inside. All of the metal has pretty much turned to hematite. There's a couple little pieces in there that maybe are still in their iron nickel state, but it's pretty weathered. But it's very pretty. And like I say, you can see the chondrules without the cross-polarized light in spots where the metal is completely just tucked right in around it and stuff. I wish you could see a little better, like my light is in the wrong spot. Let's see if turning on another one might help. I can see his guts a little better. Hey there, Celestial. I can't get the frog out of my throat today, nor can I get the light right. Like I say, the metal's really pretty, but I wish you guys could see the interior just a little better. The light is and the camera are not agreeing. Anyway, 16.53 gram. The other half of the space peanut. Romania is the only one in for it, and I'm going to call it here in just a second. And I'm going to go for like oh, Celestial's in. She'll take a stab at it. No. Nope, we're going to do it's so Celestial retracts her stab, which she may take another stab because she's a dirty fighter like that. Just kidding. 16.53 grams for $33. And we're going to do a number between 1 and 50, and then we'll do a random generator. And if you got the closest to that number, then you win. That way, if somebody's got a lag or something, it's not he who has the fastest internet connection gets the win every time. Is how we do that. So retracted and knife ready for the rest of the auction. I'm gonna go ahead and put it on stop for the Space Peanut. And so far, Romania is in. Okay, Roger, that sounds great. And really, Roger, don't worry. If you want to watch later and see if there's anything that didn't get grabbed up, that's great. Let me know. Drop me a line or whatever. But if not, then just know that, like, you know, obviously I have lots of the stuff that I have showed in the past will show in the future, and when I come over, I'll grab a bunch of that up and we'll just have a heyday. So anyway, yes, that's okay, Celestia. I'm going to do it. It's okay. 3, 2, 1. I'm going to put the stop for Space Peanut. That's totally a-okay, Celestial. And I'm going to go ahead and tag this one for Romania. My very high class tagging system here. And give me just a second. Thanks for your patience. Again, like I say, we're just having a chill kind of sale. It isn't going to be fast paced or anything really, you know, you snooze, you lose, you missed it kind of anything like that. It's just we're having kind of a coffee and rock chat, chillaxed. Look at some of these pieces and, like I say, offer them out. If they don't go, that's okay. There's lots of other places where they could possibly be adopted. So we're just gonna, you know, run a little run through the adoption rocks here. This is the diagonite-like material that we're gonna look at next here. This is the stuff that stumped us. So I've got, let's see, we'll look at these two pieces here first. I've got, let me make sure I just have one. Like I say, I sent some of this to Travis. Okay, I have 4 pieces of this available right now. I have 9.02, 3.19, 6.60, and the end cut 27.91. So we're going to just look at these 2 first, and let me just read that prices out for those, by the way. And then we'll run through them one by one. 3.19, where are you? This one is $10. 9.02 is 27. And 6.60 is 20 even. And the end cut 27 is 84. So we'll look at these 2 pretty affordable little pieces here first. We'll look at the other 2, and then we'll move on to, what do I have next? Oh, and then we'll move on to the Chondrite Delight, the one that made me spaz out on on the end of today's video. So 9.02 grams. I'm going to write a number off to the side. So instead of doing random number generator. And then I'm going to start between 1 and 50. Gotta wait for me. And what is this? 9.02 gram. Okay, go ahead and start if you're interested in this one. Like I say, 9.02 grams for $27. If you'd like to make this odd little H chondrite yours, Opal guy is in. could be diagonite. It could be H. Kid Curry is going to throw down too. This does have some remnant fusion crust on it. Just on that one side pretty much. Well, that one side. There we go. And the rest of it's pretty much desert varnish or completely weathered down to the meteorite. But one side polished, one side unpolished. Opal guy says never mind. Okay. That's okay. I love that little like chunk right there on the edge. That's kind of fun. The little metally chunk. And I don't know what's up with the hole. The hole is like too insane. All right. 9.02 grams, $27. I did not. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Opal guy, or whoever said that to note that Rick's requests there. I got that. Thank you, Rick. And Addie, I have a couple of other rocks for you as well from a sale prior. I didn't forget about you. I just figure we might as well hold. And I hope you're okay with that. I figure we might as well hold them until it's more than 3 rocks, and then ship. So I do have those, and I did not forget about you. They are set aside for you. That's okay. That's okay, Opal guy. Thank you. And it's okay, you guys, you know, we're just getting started. Everybody's just getting in, just getting settled down with their coffee and stuff. Like, it, you know, we'll find a little groove here and it'll all be good. So I'm going to go ahead and stop the 9.02 grams so we can move on to some more. There we go. So we can move on to some more pieces. And yeah, you're most welcome, Addie. And thanks again, Rick Rock. So, there was one on here, and I'm sorry, I already forgot who it was. Good thing I'm going to make a label for it. Who won this? Will you guys help me out? There was one number on here, wasn't there? Kid? Was it Kid? Kid did. Yeah. I just realized that's okay, Opal guy. Like I say, you know, if they don't go anywhere, and then Travis has some of this too, and so if he doesn't sell all of it, he'll send it right back to me, and I'll have that available. If it goes, it goes. It's okay. I have more NWAs I can cut and polish. So, you know, the time will be right another time. And like I said in the description, even if you're not able to adopt a rock today, for whatever reason, you know, my reason oftentimes is I don't have room. Like, and I have so much stuff already that I need to work on that I don't need to be getting more stuff to work on, right? So there's many reasons why somebody can't adopt a rock today, but we so appreciate your company anyways. We really do. And there always is the future, for sure. For sure. All right. Next one is 3.19 gram, and it's a Thinsky Minsky. Woohoo! That's how we get a little bang for our buck. Look, this is the starfish piece. There's the little starfish guy. Oh my goodness. You guys, this is a fun piece. And it's super affordable because, again, I cut it thinny mini. We're going to start numbers. I got to put it in the chat. It doesn't help me to just randomly type into nowhere. And this is 3.19 3.19 grams. Okay. The 3.19 gram, as I'd said before, is $10. Maybe we can't be friends if you guys aren't jumping on this one. Pretty sure I lost more than $10 worth of the side of that fingernail polishing that guy. There we go. We got Ryan in. We got J and V in. We got Rick Rock in. We got Kid in. Manny's here? This is a lesson, says Jennifer. Oh, Anime Arts, yes. Welcome. Number between 1 and 50 if you want a chance at this one for $10. Make you holla holla whoop whoop. Thank you, LeBlanc. Thank you, Nate. It's good to see you here today too. Welcome. All right, I'm going to call it on that one. If you haven't gotten in already, it's time to get that number in if you want a chance at this one. Mike, hi. Gosh, it's good to see you guys today. Space rocks rock. I agree. They certainly do. And then just so you guys know, before I hit the stop on this one, excuse me just a second. An invoice will come to you from me through my Shopify. It'll list the items purchased or spoken for or won in the auctions, and then takes whatever payment method you're comfortable with. So Mike's in, and then so all I need is just for you to make sure that you get me your email address so that I can email you the invoice, and that'll link you right in. And like I say, whatever payment method is super easy peasy. And no hurry, get to it when you get to it. I'll ship it when you get to it. So when I get the notification that it's good to go, it'll ship. If it's, if it needs to sit there for a couple of days until I can't find my gas card right now. That's a bummer. So anyway, I'm going to hit the end on this one and we'll get the number, and then you guys help me figure out who won this one. I didn't give you a countdown or anything. I just was like, stop, we're done, end. Whoever had the number closest to 45. If you guys don't mind. I know you'll be fair and let me know. I'm going to grab a couple more little name tags here. I have a sticky book. Where's that at? I should use that instead. I wonder where they are. Be way easier. Save us all a lot of time. I can't find them anywhere. Whoa. Is that one? Nope. Oh, little tiny stickies, like super tiny stickies. Where'd they go? I know they're in this caddy somewhere. This caddy's not that big. All right, whatever. We'll stick to the paper. And who got that one? Jeff did. All right. Rock on. I actually have, Jeff, you've got a couple of Dino Bones from the last one too. Way to bulk ship these. And the next two that we'll look at are the same type. The Diagonite-like, possible H. Again, no guarantee on any of these guesses that I'm making. They're just educated guesses, right? They're by no means an official classification or an official name or anything like that. All right, let me get these out for you guys to look at. This is 6.6 grams, and it's going to go for 20 even. It's twice as thick as the last one was. Polished on one side. Dirt, 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 dirt. It's not my first day as the camera person, I swear. Yeah, good. We'll look at that next. The other one is the 27.91 gram end cut. Polished in-house by myself. With love and pride. A little bit of fusion crust still there, like I say. It's worn off of the high spots on this end here, but it is still down in the low spots. And then that's kind of it. The rest of it is completely gone. The fusion crust is gone. So there's the end cut and the nubbins there. Let me get a number ready for each one of these before we get started. So you guys know that I'm not bluffing you when I pull the number out from left field. I'm going to get a number ready for them both. Let's see. I got to come up with a number between 1 and 50. And I got to do it twice. Okay. I got 2 numbers set up over there. Let's start with the little guy. Let's start with the 6.60. 6.60, $20 even. That's the start. Go ahead if you're interested in this little guy. Pick a number between 1 and 50. This was one of the most insane transformations under the cross-polarized light that I'd ever really seen before my very eyes, right? Like, it was just night and day difference. Like I say, there's like nothing really to focus on when you look at it with your naked eye. I mean, the metal blebs, you can see those, and like the, like, I don't know, muddled kind of changes, but when you looked at this under the cross-polarized light, it was like, oh, look, there's a chondrule, and there's another one, and maybe even another one, and another one. So, really kind of a fascinating piece. If it is indeed an H, H's are kind of exciting, so... I mean, they're common enough, but kind of exciting. If it was a diagonite, that would have been even more exciting. But anyway, 6.60 grams, $20 is the total. A number between 1 and 50. Make sure I have your email address. Hey there, Bobs. Yeah, hi there. Welcome. Good to see you. Yeah, I'm surprised I have any fingernails left at all, actually. Oh, thank you, Josh. I'm going to ring the bell for that. Josh says, I don't have any room for rocks, but I wanted to say, throw a little support out anyway. And then welcome the new members there that were gifted from Josh. Thank you again, Josh. Yeah, thanks, Ryan. And then, make sure if you guys are going to email me that it's PrairieGirl, girl, number 4, word life. There's no I in my girl, in my prairie, in my email. All right, 6.60 grams. I'm going to end this one and we're going to move on to the end cut. And here's the number for this one. Who was closest to 17? 17. Who was closest to 17? wins this little beauty for $20. Thank you, Ryan. Mike did. All right, Mike. Nailed it, he says. I'm going to replace the number 17 with the word Mike. Congratulations, you guys. These are beautiful little pieces. I'm so glad that they get to go be admired and loved, and makes me happy, happy, happy. The last one of this diagonite-like meteorite is this 27.9 gram end cut, which means Travis. Does he have the other one, or did I keep it? I might have kept it. 27.91 gram, $84. Again, cut and polished. Made sure I did a good job. You get the best of both worlds. You get that beautiful polished face, but you get enough of the outside to get a good representation of what it looked like before I cut it. And I'm going to go ahead. Oh, is Rick starting? I'll start. I'll just put it start like fast. End. Oh, start, end. Start, end, cut is what I meant that. I didn't mean start, stop. And then it came out star, end. Go ahead, star, end, everybody. Jeez Louise. Excuse me. Put a number between 1 and 50 if you'd like to star end the lotto draw on this one. Gosh. Thanks, Rick. Gosh. Oh, we've got Rick Rock in twice. Once unofficially and once officially. We've got Kid Curry in, and we've got Nate in. Oh, goodness. Hey, Nate, I didn't know that you did have a YouTube. Do you actually do any kind of content, or are you just a viewer? We always ask when we get new people. And then if they do make videos, we like to go check each other out. Anyway, this is such a beautiful piece. Like, is that a big chondrule right there? Almost kind of looks like it, huh? This piece just baffled me. Nope, just a viewer. All right, yeah, we love to know, like I say. Oops, I could maybe do a little bit better job on the focus. There we go. Yeah, all the guesses that I made about this before I cut it were just like completely wrong. I noticed the little metal blebs before I cut it, and I was like, oh, that'll be great. And then I think I even maybe guessed that there might be like some shock or contraction or shock cracks in there. And yeah, no, none of that was right. I did notice that there was like a gray clast on the outside of it before I cut it, and it's kind of like you do kind of see it in there. So I don't know. Like I say, I really don't know what it is. Lovingly, I'm referring to it as the diagonite-like meteorite. And just for funsies, let me kind of tell you guys a backstory about that. Nate will love this. So, and I have a number picked out, so I'm going to end this as I say, as long as you guys, I think that was enough, but as I type it, and we'll get the number out and talk about it. But so I was at the Meteorite Mansion, and I just stopped, random in the middle of the kitchen, and kind of just noticed that all around me, everybody was like talking meteorite. Everybody was like, like Pat was over in the other room, other side of the room, talking about magnetic susceptibility. and there was somebody behind me on the microscope, and Anthony was cutting something on the isomet, and Topher and Monk Man were standing at the end of the counter, and I could hear Monk Man through the hustle and bustle. 32 is the number on this. Will you guys let me know who wins? I could hear through the hustle and bustle Monk Man say to Topher, it's not Jakara, it's Jakara-like. And it kind of cracked me up a little bit. And so this is a little bit of a play on that moment. It's not Diagenite, it's Diagenite-like. Oh my goodness. Anybody? Will you guys help me out? Who got closest to the number 32 on that one? Was it Nate? 35, 37? He's 5 away. But is that this one? Let me make sure. Start the end. Okay, 22, 44, 37. Yep. All right, cool. Way to go, Nate. Right on. And then I have just one more meteorite that we'll go through quick. I excuse me with the frog in my throat today. I obviously have not had enough coffee. I am like so sad and hesitant to see this one go. Like this, in fact, I'm keeping the uncut. I just decided that right now. I have 4 pieces of this available. Let's zoom out so you guys can have a look-see. I'm so in love with these. Yeah, God. It almost pains me just a little to let them go. Oh gosh. Okay, let's not use the same number twice. Whoops, I could have turned it over though. Okay, 4 pieces. Let's just random. We'll start with these 2 down here, and then we'll move up to these 2 right here. So let's see. I need to see what you are. It ain't having it. There we go. We have the 666 gram, if anyone's into that. There's your piece. It's calling your name. We have... Oh, come on. Move on out of there. Move it on over. 9 something. We need to know. There. 9.09. We have 12.22. That's the end cut. And 6.81. That one is the sister to the one I'm keeping. I almost didn't want to sell this one either because it has the 3 enormous chondrules in it. Focus. 1 enormous chondrule, 2 enormous chondrule, 3 enormous chondrule. That's the one that made me say, holy poop, 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 poopy doop when I cut it. And I missed it. What's funny as heck? A short with singing? I don't know. I missed it in the chat. This one has big metals. You can see they always look a little better, shinier, out of focus. One there, big metal. Look at that fat boy. Oh my God. Stop now. These are crazy. What did I say I was going to start with? I've mixed them all up. Let's start with the 66 and the 909. 666 and the 909. Let me find my prices. Okay, the 666 is $22 and the 909 is $29. Let's start with the 909. My God, I just had a total brain lapse in what I just said out loud. 666 is 22, and the 909 is 29. 29. Jiminy's. 909, we'll start that one. We'll start numbers for 9.09 gram. Hopefully that's what that actually said when I hit send. And Nate just asked me in a private message, how do I pay? I'm new. Just make sure I have your email, Nate, and I'll send you an invoice from my Shopify, and you can review the invoice. And but numbers between 1 and 50, Jethro. You can review the invoice, make sure that I have all your shipping information correct, and make sure that I've got you down for your stuff and not somebody else's. I mean, that doesn't really happen a lot, but just double check it on the invoice, and then it'll take you right into my Shopify, which accepts all kinds of payments. If you want to pay with PayPal, you can pay with PayPal. If you want to pay with Cash App, you can pay with... It takes everything. Venmo, Zelle, whatever. So, 909 grams for $29. Beautiful piece. You can see the chondrules everywhere in there, the metal everywhere. This is the best, man. This is the absolute best. This is what I consider to be premium meteorite. It's probably not everybody would agree with that, because different strokes for different folks, for sure, right? Like, this is not a lunar, this is not a Martian, so we're not talking, the premium of palasites or anything, but look at the little chondrules, like even just down here. There's a couple little tiny ones, and this big one here, and this big one here. But then there's like all this big metal blebs and stuff too. Like you just don't always get both so nicely displayed in one piece. You usually get like, oh, it's got tons of metal, but it's kind of otherwise a little boring to look at, or it's got tons of chondrules, but just barely any metal. You get this nice combination where it's got everything. I like I say, wow, Garza, it was hard to not keep the whole dang rock, but why do I need 9 slices of it? I don't. And you guys need to have nice meteorites in your possession too. That's the way to go. So I'm going to go ahead and put the stop on the 909 gram. And I'm going to rip off the number. I didn't rip it off, but I did write it down. The number for that one, a 19. Would you guys help me out and let me know whose name I am putting on that most gorgeous piece? And then we'll move on to the 666 for 22. Kid got it. Ooh, congratulations, kid. And we need another number. Let me think about another number. Okay, we got kid on this one, and we'll get that gone. I've got another number ready for the 666. Go ahead and start, and we'll look at it here in just a second as soon as I get kid's label ready. Hey now. Kids, you can't have them all. I'm just kidding. Whoops. I taped a blank name tag to that. So we'll use that for whoever gets this one. But let's tape kid's name to this while you guys are looking at that. I got this, I swear. More coffee. Happy hump day, everybody. I'm so glad you guys are hanging out. I know some of you are just waiting for the Dino Bone. We're almost there. We have this one and 2 more pieces to look at, and then we'll get on over to them bones, them Dino Bones, them Dino Bones. I was wondering if I should quit last time, I promise. No, you're fine, kid. But yeah, gosh dang, look at the mega. I'm a sucker for a mega chondrule. Does that count? Yeah, you know what? It does. You know what? Dang, that's a mega big chondrule in there. And look at the healthy metal in that too. Gosh dang. You guys, I'm so glad that I could bring this kind of material to you. Seriously, that's so pretty. Okay, maybe it's not the primo of primo because it could like have lots more colors. No, it couldn't. It's primo. Look at that. Which side of this is polished? This is the double polish. Ooh. You guys. Whoever, I didn't realize that till just now that I double polished the 666 because I couldn't decide which side to polish. This is polished on both sides, and I'm going to honor the price at $22. You lucky, 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 lucky. I need a coffee break, son of a gun. Whoever thought the number 666 was bad luck, well, we just learned differently. This thing is double polished. Oh my God, though, but I missed a little spot over there. Please don't look at that. Could be worse. This part is polished. And honestly, like, this is getting thin. I didn't want to push it too far. But I couldn't decide which side to polish. The mega chondrule or that. Focus. Would you please focus, camera? You know, that's pretty ballin'. Look at all the chondrules in there. Oh my God. Double polished, yo. On the 666 piece for $22. All right. Okay. Stop on 666. And the number for that one, if you guys would please help me out, was 50. Excuse me. Oh, that ruined my soul just a little. No. Ryan is our winner. Oh, and by the way, Ryan, Ryan reminds me because Ryan is one of the only person who has gotten a mini Maui head. Jeff, there's a couple in your bag, and Addie, there's a couple in your bag, but you guys haven't got yours yet. So, by the way, there are mini Mauis. Some of them had a little printing difficulties. I kept one that had a printing difficulty because he looked like he had hair. Some of them had printing difficulties, but some of them are fine. So, you know, as Caden was saying, are the little bonus goodies in your packages, by the way. We have 12.22 gram, and this is the end cut, and a 6.81 gram, and then we're going to move on to some Dino Bones. 6.81 gram, $22. 12.22 end cut, $39. 41, 39, 39. I can't read my very own writing, so I'll make sure I can read it there. Let me get a couple of numbers ready for these in advance. Okay, I got a couple of numbers ready for these. Let's start. Well, we'll end on the ender. We'll end on the ender. That sounds right? 6.81 gram. Let's get a start for 6.81 grams. Numbers between 1 and 50. Now this one I'm fairly confident is only polished on one side. 6.81 gram for $22. Sorry, let's put that back in the frame for you guys. This is the sister slice to the one that I kept. This is the one with the 1 megachondrial, 2 megachondrial, 3 megachondrial, more. So many chondrils, I almost hit the floor. Oh yeah. Okay, sorry. I'm really sorry. Not polished on this side. Totally still a beautiful piece. Absolutely stunning, though, on this side. Let's see if I can, where is my piece? It's got to be sitting right here, is it not? My God, I hope I didn't give it away, give it away, give it away. No, I know I didn't. My piece isn't polished yet, like your guys's are. Where is my piece? I thought it was right here. It's all Dino Bones I'm keeping. Where's my meteorites? My desk needs cleaned. Come on now, that's redunculous. I don't know where my meteorite went. That's sad. You might have too many meteorites, Allison, if you can't keep track of your very own pieces. The good news is it's here somewhere, and I'll know it when I find it. That and that. Oh, there it is. I was like, that and that need to go in the case. Well, there it is. This is my piece. This is the one that, if you folded them together, you can see that they fit like that. And so that's, you get the other half of the megas. My side was just a little bit nicer than yours. Like I say, not polished. But that's the next best thing right there. I got first pick. This would have definitely been my second pick. And that other one, my third pick. And I just, you guys, I can't believe I'm letting these go. I'm so glad you guys get these. I hope you love them. Okay, 6.8, 1 gram. The sister to mine, beautifully polished on one side. For $22, the number were 14. Lurker, we'll count your number, but I am not sure it's the winner. Crap. Crap, says Troy. Welcome, Troy. Rick got that one. Thank you guys again for your help today. I so much appreciate you guys helping me so that I can keep the ball rolling and not have to go back and check the chats and find the numbers and things. So Rick got this beautiful little piece, and we have one left. We have the end cut, 12.22 grams. I have a number already ready for that. Let's start. 12.22 grams. Go ahead and put your numbers between 1 and 50 if you're interested in the end cut. Whoops, I put 3 in the chat, but I really do mean 2. My fingers have a little bit of they weren't serious. They were just kidding. My fingers were just kidding about that. 12.22 gram, $39. This one's so cool. I love the 2 great big metal blebs in this bad boy. Like, those are almost big enough to etch. And again, the best of both worlds. You get to see what I could see before I cut and polished it. You can see what the outside of it looked like, what I got to see. My fingers are so dirty. I'm so sorry, you guys. Hey, Candy. pretty much just an ordinary chondrite. I'll switch to 34. Did we get a W? Way to go, guys. Way to settle that. Thank you, Harold. Chondral City. There's a chondral, there's a chondral, there's a chondral. Plus all the beautiful metal. Nothing ordinary about it except that it is an ordinary chondrite. And it was a lot more straightforward than the diagonite-like chondrite that I cut the other day. So much more straightforward. This is what I hope for and expect every time I cut. I certainly will not get that, but that is what I hope for every time I cut a piece. Because I love that. That's beautiful, you know? And I don't get that every time. You guys know that. I know that. And that's when I take that other material that's maybe not quite as dazzling. You know, it's still genuine meteorite, but it's just not maybe as dazzling, you know? It's kind of more monocolored, you know? This is great for doing inlay stuff on, you know? I mean, there's no better way to take a, you know, a little slightly less impressive thing and really dress it up. So, but when I cut nice material like this, like, that's not my mission. My mission is not to take that and turn it into art, you know? I'm not that sick. But it's nice if I do get this stuff. Like, I love to be able to, you know, cut it, polish it, and enjoy it. So anyway, I think if we've got all of the numbers on the end, the 12.22 gram end, the end cut, I think that we will go ahead and end. Misplaced my number. I think it was that one. I think the other one was 14 and that one was that one. Good luck, Rockhounds. Yeah, we're going to move on to some Dino Bones as soon as we are done over here. Excuse me, that coffee slurp was very necessary. Who did we get on the end cut here? Number 23. 03? 23. 23. Sorry, my chicken scratch handwriting. You guys have done fine with it so far. Kid did. Kid is killing it. He's going to make good use of his shipping. He's like, I'm not paying that outrageous shipping if I'm not putting something in that box. Okay, let me not F the tags up again. Or the numbers up. I putting a number on one side of my paper and then turning it over and using it again later, and then I couldn't remember if I used it on the 14 side or the 23 side. I think it was the 23 that we were ready for. Okay, we're going to move on to some Dino Bone skis. I have another couple little somethings here too. Like, maybe we should run a little auction. You guys want to do a little auction? I know Jethro was kind of interested. You guys want to run a little auction on a couple of these little pieces? Or anybody interested in these? The bones, Dino Bones. What about 33? Kid one? Yeah, I got that. 33. He is closer. Kid is closer. He is closer. I got Kid on the end cut on that last one. Am I correct? Kid one. Thank you guys for keeping me on track and honest. So I have these. If anybody's interested, we can run a little like auction on these. And then I have this guy too. I know this isn't Dino Bones. Do you guys want to do these, or should we just jump into Dino Bones and come back to these later, or just get into the bones? Or let's do the bones. Let's do the bones. Let's do the bones. We'll come back to those later if we have time. The bones, the bones. This is gonna move a heck of a lot slower. Sorry. Because I don't have any of these. Actually, let's just, I don't have any of these labeled. Ah, there's a fly touching me. I don't like it when he's touching me. Don't touch me. Let's see. What is fair market value for Dino Bone that's stabilized in Cactus Juice? Cut and stabilized in Cactus Juice. Does anybody know? Does anybody know the answer to that? Okay, I have some prices, but I feel like it's a lot. Like, Dino Bone's expensive. Where are you? Do I have any rough cut for sale? You mean like the ends, Jethro? Or like whole halves? Do you want halves? My slab. Whole is what you want. I do have some. Not right in front of me though. But I do have all of these if you guys are down for like, cabbing stuff. And again, it's all been stabilized. So, it's ready to go. And I have a couple of different kinds on the board here right now. I have what I'm calling the red bone up here in the top corner. And then if you guys see anything here that you're interested in, just ask to see, like this is A1. God dang, focus. And we'll look at them and we'll weigh them and we'll figure out where they're supposed to be. Good, thanks, kid. And is like, I don't know, like $1.50 a gram too much? Is it not enough? So red bone, and then I think I was going to call this one the red, white, and blue bone. Very patriotic. And there's several pieces of that. So the red bone's in the top 3. Red, white, and blue bone are these ones across here. These 4 across here. These ones down here as well. And then the... and then the calcite bone. Yeah, I mean, I'd like to get $1.50 a gram for stuff that's been stabilized. Cut and stabilized. Shoe fly. And so the calcite bone are these ones. And then I have kind of this like pale blue. Like the pale pink blue color. Like, these are super nice cuts. They're real straight. Like I say, it's super stable. Got nice cell definition, nice color. So those I'd like I say, I'd like to get. Is this claim basis? Yeah, if you'd like to see a bone, I will show it. And if you'd like to claim it, we'll weigh it, and you can yay or nay on the price after we weigh it. So like, just for example, like that one I would like $1.50 a gram for. That one, that's a nice piece right there. And it's gonna weigh 14.60 grams. 14.60 $1.50. 14.60. So 21 bucks. And that would be like the most expensive one on the board. Well, not necessarily, because like this, I would do $1 a gram on this one. Let's figure out what it is. 25.80. You know what? I'll round it down. 25. Which one's the most red? Says Jethro. Do you like the little splash of red or the red? What I have right now, those are probably the most red. Let's see. Do I have anything? Those are not stabilized, and those are not as nice. Red. Those are what I have for red. I think most red. Rick Rock wants C3 and the last one for 21. Okay. I'm going to back this out really quick. This is the one that I weighed for 21. And C3. This one, the end piece. And let me weigh that for you really quick, Rick. 50 grams. Those are nice though. Holy cow. It's so shiny. C2. C2 is the one that Jethro's looking at. Let's run a weight on him real quick. Let me get him good and dry. I don't want to charge you for the money. Or for the water. 20 bucks. So you got 2 for 20? Rick Rock? I'll call that 20. And then B2 for Jeff. B2 for Jeff. B2 for Jeff. Oops. The focus. I'm going to set these aside for Rick real quick. And then I'm going to figure out what else is going on there. I got those right. Right, Rick? I have a rough bone sitting here. I was going to cut it, though, but I have a rough bone. Let's see if Jeff is interested. It weighs 69 grams. Isn't the biggest guy, Jeff? Oops. Do 23. What did I say it was? 69. I don't know. If you're interested, Jeff, we'll work something out. Otherwise, we'll get back to the slabs. We'll get back to the rocks. I have some of, like I say, I have some of this other stuff. Sure, Rick. I claimed B2, but then wanted whatever the other one was that was most red. Okay. You have B2, this one. And then this one is the most red. B2. 14 bucks. And the red one, also 14. Two, each of them 14. Claim both. Yep, got that, Jeff. Grab a piece of tilt tape. Make sure I'm keeping track, everybody. And then I have some stuff that isn't stabilized and is not near as pretty. And we'll look at a couple of those real quick too, and maybe throw a couple of them on the board here. I mean, listen to these things. They don't need stabilized. They're so stinking hard. Ooh, that's kind of a cool little piece. Yeah, thank you, Jeff. Like I say, I'm sorry. It's kind of just laid back, and I'm sorry I'm not a little more prepared. I struggle to price this stuff. Like, it's so darn expensive, but it is a lot of work, you know? It's a lot of work to... It takes all the dang week to stabilize stuff. And the cactus juice is expensive, and the saw blades are expensive. So, I mean, from rough to finish, it doesn't just happen on a wish and a dream, you know? This is kind of a cool little ender. Unstabilized, I'd do that one for 50 cents a gram. And it's got some cell structure in there. It's just not, like I say, it's not as poppin' as some of this other stuff. It's a 25 gram rock. Like I say, I'd do 50 cents a gram on that one. I'm gonna put that one over on A1. Yeah, thanks, Ryan. Good, yeah. And then, like I say, these didn't need stabilized. My God. You hear how damn hard those are? Sorry, language, Allison, language. They are pretty. There's stuff happening. Again, not the prettiest. Come on, fuckus. There we go. But not bad either. You know, that's going to take a nice polish if somebody wants in on that. Those, you know, that's gorgeous stuff. I've got a few pieces of that. Let's see, that one that we just looked at. Again, I'm just going to get the water off of it so it's not weighing too incredibly heavy. 23 grams on that, and I'd do 50 cents a gram on that one. Here's another one just like that one. Dropped in on B2 and B3. The ender up there on one. Like I say, I'd do 50 cents a gram on those. Everything else on the board, $1 a gram and $1.50 for the nicer, real awesome pieces here on the end. Darn hard, like concrete. This was an interesting bone. This has got a great big pattern in it. And it's kind of fun. Let's see, I only get one. Let's do the bigger piece here, because I only have one spot open. Claim B2 for Ryan. 50 cents a gram, 23 grams. I can't do that math in my head. Yes, can. $11. Ryan, you got it. That'll make a great piece. This one, like I say, it's got a really wide cell in it. I also didn't feel that... I'm trying to find the light. I also didn't feel that this one needed stabilized. It was really quite hard. I guess, Jeff, this is pretty red. But is it though? It's not that Dino Bone red. This is more like a muted brown red. I can't get it to look good. Look like it looks in hand. There we go, that's better. Yeah, and again, I didn't think it needed stabilized pretty darn hard. There's not a lot of pits or gaps or pores or anything in there that, you know, It is like cells, like the agatized ones too. Um, but that's great big chunky one if anybody's interested in that. And then that one's weighing in at 23 grams. Again, I'd do 50 cents a gram on that as well. Anybody want the ender chunk on that one? Ooh, the light is so bad. Where's my flashlight? There. No, that's my UV. Well, UV it too. Ding dong. Since we can't see it in good light, let's just look at it under UV. Big fat chunky one, like I say, 50 cents a gram. That one weighs in at 28 grams. Nice big end cut. Are the pits filled and healed? I don't see any pits on that one. There's some dark spots, but they're definitely not pits. In fact, they might almost be a little bit like hematite or something. I don't know. No pits in that one. That thing is pretty solid. Same with the other one, like I say. It is solid. Solid, solid, solid. Claims the end cut. This one, the big fat red one, Ryan. 28 grams, 14 bucks. Yeah, see it like reflect a little bit where it looks like that could be a pit. And there's like almost like a little reflection in there. So, yeah, the light in here is super horrendous today. There you can see it is like hematite. Look at it outline that cell in the reflection. Right there. Almost looks like meteorites. Okay, the end cut, what did I say? 14? 28 grams, 14 bucks for Ryan. What else is in my bag? How about the other endo on that super fine pattern? He's it's pretty. I like it. Wait, real quick. This end cut 34 grams, 50 cents a gram. It'd be a fun and easy little face polish. Just boop boop, and then you have a nice little spessy. 34 grams. Come back out. Anybody want to see anything in particular? Again, I know the light sucks. I am so sorry. If it's not the light, it's the audio. If it's not the audio, it's the light. If it's not the... We're just, doing the best we can, rolling with the punches. That's so cool. I bet that one phosphoruses. Bet it does. Can't tell now, but I bet it does. Dang, man. These pieces are so pretty. The calcite pieces. Did I put me aside any of that? Shit, no. What am I doing? I did not. I will have to grab me a piece of that or two before I go to listing and selling it all over the whole wide world. Because that is so cool. Dude, and I love, like, the subtle, like, black-white contrast. You know, just that subtle little... Something about that speaks to me once in a while. I mean, I wouldn't want it all day, every day, and that's the only combination we ever got in our rocks. But, dude, oh, sometimes it's just, like, so simply elegant. Oh, some flashy pieces there. That's the ender. You can see the flash all the way out into the end. Let's see, what about these over here? Oh my god. Oh, I love it. I love it, the Dino Bones. I love it, the Dino Bones. I love it, the Meteorites. You guys got some nice stuff today. I'm not even sad. I'm not even disappointed. You know what? It hurt just a little. I'm not gonna lie. It hurt just a little to see some of my most favorite meteorite slices ever get new homes. But I am not joking, you guys. Like, there is some nice, darn nice stuff going out the door today. And that does make me happy. That, you know what? That makes pulling the Band-Aid off hurt a lot less, knowing that, like, that's mighty fine material, and I'm darn proud to be offering that stuff, you guys. I'm happy, happy, happy. And I'm excited to see if you guys do stuff with it. Where did I put that bag at? Where did it go? What is that? Oh. Not what we're doing. Where did the bag go? Oh, there it is. Okay, so I want to keep separated my rocks that have been cactus juiced and the ones that have not, so that I don't charge you guys money for work I didn't do. Oh, and I have the shells and stuff too. You guys, you know what? If you want any of this stuff, send me an email. Reach out. Tell me to create you an item on my store and make you a sale. Or we'll auction them next week or something. Yeah. There's still lots here. You didn't miss out if you didn't, get in today. If, if the mood strikes you later, there's still plenty available. And you know what? There's still lots here too for me to take to some physical sales and sell to people that don't interweb or don't YouTube or, whatevs. So, just to kind of recap a little bit, my friend Travis is doing his physical sale at the gem show. I send out an invite to any viewers that I have in that area. Go check it out. Go check it out. Check out all the vendors. See what kind of cool stuff. Report back to us. Let us know what you saw and how it was. Right? And yeah, Travis has got some stuff for sale at his booth this weekend with my name on it. That's super cool of him. He didn't have to do that, but he likes what we do and wanted to support, his meteorite community. So I thought that was super duper duper cool. Like I say, I wanted to take you guys on a quick little tour too. So hopefully we don't lose the cellular services while we do this, but we've got all the stuff going on, like all of the stuff. Look at this. How fun is that going to be? And look at how clean that saw is. Okay, I know that looks like massacres and horrendous stuff, but it's not. It's not bad at all. Look how clean it is. Look how clean it is. Look how clean it is. Look, there's oil in there. Look, oil that touches the saw blade instead of crud. Look, you can see how dirty it is because you can see the bottom of it. Look what came out of it. Oh my God, that looks toxic. What in the actual toxicity? That's done. We can wrap that up now. We can clean that. There ain't no more oil coming out of that. And look, that's all sludge too. There might be what? A quarter of an inch of actual oil on there? Oh no, there's like 3 inches on there. That ain't bad. We'll get that off there. We'll save that. But the rest of it, no, thank you very much. No, thank you. So yeah, got the cardboard down on the floor so we didn't make a big old mess. Got in there, cleaned that bad boy out. We got her lined up ready to make some cuts. And yeah, that it's always it's always so fun to get elbow deep in there and give her a good scrubbing. My friend Travis from the Meteorite Community Opal Guy, and I'll share the post that I'll share a post on my posts that gives you the exact address of, you know, state, town, road, building that you need to go look at to go find him. So and then the other thing going on is, like I say, we got a whole bunch more Dino Bone and some more peanut obsidian soaking in the cactus juice. These have already been vacuumed. They've already been vacuumed into the big old vacuum chamber. And now they need to sit there and soak that up. Like I say, the recommended time is as long or twice as long as you vacuumed them for. So those are just chilling. They're just simmering right there, doing their thing. Slowly but surely. And it's nice that my adult child is in Alaska again right now, because I can use his room for noisy things like tumblers and vacuum chambers. And then, of course, we made some mud here as well. And there's some stuff. Oh, it smells like butt. Come on. There we go. Focus with my lips. There's some pretty stuff coming up. Yeah. So that's why I put a little bit of a price tag on some of the stuff that I have to work on. You know, the rough stuff doesn't get given to me. I buy it, I pay for it, I trade it, I whatever. However I get it into my possession. Might even be given to me sometimes, but the Dino Bones was not. Neither was the Meteorites. So, and then, like I say, just the maintenance and the upkeep. It takes time, it takes money, you know. It's time now. We just dumped the last of the clean oil into the saw. It's time to order more oil. That way, when we're ready to clean it again, we have oil to put in it. I do, like you guys see me over there, I filter that stuff. I save every last drop of it that I possibly can. But I still have to have more from time to time. It just, that's the way the ball bounces. You can't keep every drop in there. Saw blades, you know, even just that little saw blade on my little guy over there, I gotta have them. I gotta have them to keep cutting, you know. And then, like I say too, cactus juice and stuff, that's a little expensive. The equipment, the vac chamber, a little expensive, you know. So I love that it's not just me doing it just for, you know, just to keep doing it and doing it. I'm doing it because then I get to pass these along. We get to do the Adopt a Rock program, and I get to see what you guys are going to make out of them. You know, is it going to be a cabochon? Is it going to be an inlay project? Is it going to be intarsia? Is it going to be, knowing Ma, the possibilities are absolutely endless. So, and seriously, there's some super creative minds out there, and it's really cool to think of the possibilities, you know. Yeah, it's a lot of work and there's a lot invested in it, but yeah, I do it so that you guys don't have to, You know, I make it possible for a guy with a Dremel candy, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. A guy with a Dremel opal guy, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, to take these pieces. You know, little guy like that. I think you fellers could tackle that. You know, but the whole piece, the whole elephant, it would have been a little bit hard for you to get with your Dremel. So, um, yeah, like I say, I could never work all these pieces. I could never keep all these pieces. There's no need for me to have, 12 slices of the same meteorite, even if it's the most pretty thing I've ever cut. But it's cool to be able to turn that into sliced bread, stuff that I can share with you guys and get into your collections and stuff. Stuff, all that stuff. So, yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun today. Like I say, I look at this stuff that you guys picked out of here. I would be happy to receive any of that in the mail. You guys did a really good job picking stuff today. Again, I'm really proud. I look at that and I'm really proud of the material that is bagged and tagged and ready to go. That's some mighty fine stuff. So, yeah, this won't be the last one, certainly not the last one. And again, if you just missed it live, if you work on Wednesday afternoons and you saw something there that didn't get scooped up, let me know. Oh, thank you, Ryan. Like I say, I think it's really cool. It gets me just a little bit excited to think about where it goes and what it might do, what it might be a part of. So some of them are finished, the meteorites are well, wire wrap them. I don't care. Do you do you. And they're great for that too. But yeah, it's fascinating and exciting. I guess maybe I think a little bit more about it because I just had that really cool interaction with Zach Slyman a couple weeks ago when I bought that Winonite piece from him. And I was like, you know what? I understand. And it's always easy to see things when you're the outsider looking in, right? It's like, it's always easy for me to look at what he's doing and be like, dude, I approve of what you're doing and I want to support it. It's not so easy for me to see that, like, people can see that I'm doing that very same thing, because I'm sure you guys can, but I'm blind to that, right? So, I reached out to Zach though, and I was like, I really do appreciate what you're doing. And you don't ever know. Like, I mean, you know what you're doing. You know what you're doing. You're offering great material at an affordable entry level price, something for everyone kind of deal. I love that. Because I don't need a display case that, demonstrates my wealth. I just need a little piece I can use for educational purposes or to satisfy my own curiosity, right? So I love what he's doing. And I wanted to reach out to him. I don't remember if I did exactly in this many words or not, and say to him, I know you know what you're doing, but do you know what you're doing? Like, do you know that when you send a piece, you don't know where it goes or what it does. Not every piece goes quietly into a collection to never be seen or heard of again. Sometimes that piece is used again and again to inspire a kid or to educate a YouTube audience or to, get somebody into like the science, you just like the possibilities are freaking endless, and you don't know. When you send that piece off to its new home and out your door, you don't know what story you just don't know. You don't know. So it excites me just a little bit. Like I say, it's like giving away my kids, like, oh, that's one of my favorite pieces and it's double polished. Oh, but then again, like, go out there, I want to see what you can do. Like, and that's great. Some pieces, like I say, quietly do go into collections. That's great too. Those are loved pieces, but you never know. You never know when that one piece might go inspire a kid or get somebody interested or satisfy that itch or that curiosity. You just never know. And like, I don't want to dwell on it too much because it's not every piece, but you just don't know. And I look at that pile of stuff there and I think that's pretty cool stuff, you guys. That's pretty cool. And cheers to that. Cheers to that. I hope you guys enjoy. I know you will. I'll catch you guys again soon. I hope to let out, I put a little teaser about the cutting of this meteorite at the end of today's video, and I hope to not make you wait too long to watch the next one. And then I hope to give you guys a little more rock content. I know it's kind of been like meteorite, 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 geologist, geologist, meteorite, geologist, meteorite, 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 Dino Bone. So, yeah, I'll try to get, you know, I don't want to just like overwhelm you guys. It's always meteorites on her channel, because it's not. Sometimes it's Dino Bones, sometimes it's Earth Rocks, sometimes it's Geologist, sometimes it's a trip down to Spencer. So yeah, you guys stay tuned, and like I say, I'll try to kind of shift gears. That was a lot of cutting and polishing and stuff to go over though, and I didn't expect it to be so much to digest, but it was. So yeah, well, I'll try to get that part 2 of that video out, and then we'll try to kind of shift gears and explore more rocks and more topics. There's one in the saw right now that didn't look too bad, you know? So, all right, you guys, I so appreciate you hanging out with me. I love seeing you here. It brightens my day. I hope it brightens yours as well. I know it does. I've been in other chats, and it's so wonderful to have all the jokes and the, you know, loving jousts. And Ryan is still tumbling. Me too, Ryan. Hopefully, my machine's been being a little bit finicky lately. Should buy the one that's on sale on Marketplace right now. Anyway, that's another story for another day. Thank you guys again for hanging out. I look forward to seeing you all around the community for the rest of the week and the weekend, and we'll do it again, same time, same place. And oh, I'll miss you guys at Karen's this weekend. I have 2 gigs this weekend, one on Friday and one on Saturday. So I'll miss all the weekend stuff. You guys, you know, feel free to just rock on and have a good time without me, and I'll catch up with you guys on the flip side. All right, love you guys. And in a world where you could choose be anything, choose be kind. Pretty rocks out on the prairie. Pretty rocks are everywhere. Pretty rocks, 4 is that backwards? Pretty rocks are everywhere. There's a pink one and a green one and a blue one and a yellow one, and a fly is freaking bothering me. And they're very pretty, and they all are everywhere. God. Yeah. Talk to you guys soon. Rock on, be kind. Boop, peace, hippies.